Welcome. Today, we're diving into the major changes coming with ISO 9001 in 2026. We'll explore what regulators expect and map out a clear path for implementation. Whether you're new to this or updating your system, this session will guide you through the essential shifts ahead. Let's get started. We're looking at why the upcoming revision of ISO 9001 really matters. Quality is shifting from just paperwork to how well an organization actually performs. The 2026 version aims to keep this global standard relevant in a world that's changing fast. Think global supply chains, digital transformation, AI, cyber risks, climate disruptions, and more. The mindset is evolving too, from focusing on documentation and processes to leadership, culture, risk management, and building trust with customers and stakeholders. This update brings clearer requirements and stronger alignment with other standards. Let's take a look at what's new in ISO 9001-2026. The core framework stays the same. The familiar 10-clause structure remains. But this update sharpens expectations with clearer, more relevant requirements. We see 5 major themes here. First, clearer requirements through improved wording. Second, stronger leadership. Quality is now a management responsibility, not just QA or QC. Third, better guidance on managing risks and opportunities. Fourth, a new Annex A that clarifies key concepts. And finally, better alignment with other ISO standards. This isn't a complete overhaul. It's an evolution toward a more strategic, usable quality management system. Quality culture is really about what people do when nobody's watching. In a weak culture, quality feels like someone else's problem, like QA rejecting a batch and management just saying, "That's their job." But in a mature quality culture, everyone's involved: production, QC, QA, engineering, supply chain, management, all owning quality together. Auditors look for real evidence of this, from management reviews to how well corrective actions work, and whether leadership is truly driving quality, not just delegating it. This shift is crucial. Risk-based thinking isn't just a checkbox in quality management. It's the bridge between strategy and everyday decisions. We move from identifying risks in a register to making real business choices. Take a critical supplier, for example. If there's only one source, supply interruptions become a real threat. We evaluate that risk by looking at how likely it is and what impact it could have. Then, we put controls in place, like alternate suppliers and safety stock, to manage it. Finally, management decides whether to invest in dual sourcing. And remember, opportunities matter just as much as risks. Climate change is now officially part of the quality management system context. The 2024 update to ISO 9001 added climate considerations to key clauses, and the 2026 revision takes this even further. Organizations need to ask, is climate change relevant to achieving our QMS goals? And if so, who are the interested parties with climate-related needs? Take pharmaceuticals, for example. Extreme heat can impact warehouse temperatures, risking raw material quality. The QMS responds with monitoring, HVAC checks, backup power, alarms, and emergency plans. It's about staying ahead of climate risks every step of the way. When we talk about digitalization in quality management systems, it's not just about swapping paper for pixels. The goal is to make QMS more effective. Take AI, for example. It can spot patterns, like similar deviations happening across different manufacturing areas over the past year. This insight helps management dig deeper. Is it a common piece of equipment, a supplier, a procedure, or maybe a training gap? Traditional CAPA reviews meant sifting through hundreds of cases manually. Now, with modern EQMS tools, we can analyze trends, identify recurring root causes, prioritize risks, and take focused action. Today's digital QMS includes electronic CAPA, document management, ERP, MES, LIMS, AI analytics, dashboards, cloud systems, and digital audits. The latest ISO 9001 updates recognize these digital needs. A modern QMS has to work seamlessly for both people and machines. Here's an example of a key performance indicator: customer complaints. We start with 12 complaints a month. After improvements, that number drops steadily, 12 to 9, then 5, then 3. But management needs to dig deeper. Why did complaints go down? Was it better processes? Higher product quality? Maybe sales dropped or reporting changed? Certification isn't the end goal. A mature quality management system shows real, measurable performance. That means tracking useful KPIs across customers, processes, suppliers, and quality itself. When we talk about internal audits and management reviews, the key question has shifted. It's no longer just, is there a procedure? Now, we ask, does the process actually work, and can we see proof that it's under control? The new ISO 19011-2026 highlights this change, pushing us to use technology, digitization, and risk analysis to modernize audits. Take CAPA, for example. Auditors dig into the whole chain, from the problem to root cause, through to implementation and effectiveness. Management reviews then take these insights to drive real improvements. This slide lays out the key steps for transitioning to the updated ISO 9001-2026 standard. We start by assessing the gap between the current 2015 version and the new requirements. Then, we review the context and leadership commitments, making sure policies and objectives are aligned. Next, we update risk registers, processes, and documentation. Training comes next. Everyone from top management to internal auditors needs to be ready. Internal audits and management reviews help us spot any gaps before coordinating with the certification body. The message is clear. Don't wait for the audit to start this work. ISO 9001 certification alone doesn't guarantee pharmaceutical GMP compliance. Manufacturers still need to meet all relevant laws, regulations, and good manufacturing practices. For pharma and API producers, it's about blending ISO 9001 principles with key frameworks like GMP, ICH Q9 and Q10, data integrity, supplier quality, CAPA, and more. The shift we're seeing is from just documenting systems to focusing on real quality performance, moving from procedures and audits to leadership, culture, risk management, and digital data, all aimed at delivering true value to customers and stakeholders. Let's wrap up with the key shifts in the upcoming ISO 9001-2026. First, leadership steps into the spotlight. Quality can't live only in the quality department anymore. Next, the culture around quality really matters, because how people behave shapes the whole system. Risk isn't just a checklist. It has to drive real decisions and actions. Climate change is now part of the conversation, too, and organizations need to see how it fits their quality management. Digitalization is speeding up, so QMSs must keep pace in this new landscape. And remember, performance beats paperwork. Having a process on paper doesn't mean it's working. Finally, continual improvement stays at the heart of it all. It's about lasting progress, not just ticking boxes. Here, we have the key references that have guided our discussion. These include the upcoming ISO 9001-2026 standard and its revision updates, which set the framework for quality management systems. We also highlight the climate action changes introduced in the 2024 amendment, reflecting a growing focus on sustainability. Finally, the guidelines for auditing management systems ensure that these standards are applied consistently and effectively. These documents form the foundation for what we've explored today. ISO 9001-2026 isn't just another update to a standard. It's a shift in how we think about quality. Quality isn't something that lives in one department. It's a mindset that shapes the whole organization, every day, in every decision. This new version invites us to build a culture where quality is part of who we are, not just what we do. It's about continuous improvement, scientific rigor, and regulatory excellence, all working together to raise the bar. Thanks for joining me today. If you want to dive deeper or have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I appreciate your time and attention. It's been a pleasure sharing this with you. Take care, and I look forward to connecting again soon.